The lights are off and away they go.
Extremely loose. He's managed to hold on. I think
He missed the complete. That is crazy stuff.
Side Freitas is on the grass on the infield floor. He slides through. He tags Richard Eck.
The Outlaws have stormed the gate and taken over this legendary arena of speed. Tonight, it belongs to them. Tonight, we get back to short track racing Saturday night in America on iRacing Live on the Global Sim Racing channel. Tonight, the Bootleg Racing League Outlaw Modified Series brings you round 8 with the Outlaw 75 from Thompson, Connecticut, Thompson Speedway. Welcome home, everyone. I'm Sean Ambrose, and with me tonight, the great James Krahula in the control room, twisted and tweaking the dials for us as always, Joe Peak. All these camera angles tonight are brought to you by the great, the one, the only Dougie Beard. James, here we are, man. We left Florida, screamed on up the East Coast, all the way up here into Connecticut. Buddy, tell us all about this legendary place. Been here for a long time.
Oh, absolutely. Thompson is definitely a fast track and definitely a longer track, so we're going to be doing 75 laps here out again tonight. 0.625 miles, 26 degrees of banking here in these corners. Thompson is fast, and these guys, when they were talking about it earlier tonight, they're not even supposed to be here. They snuck into the facility, they turned on the lights, they invite a bunch of their friends out, so we're going to go racing here at the Thompson Speedway, and let's take a lap guide around the Thompson Speedway so you know what we're going to be going through here tonight. Hello, this is James Krahula in the GSRC SK Modified. I'm going to take you for some laps around the Thompson Speedway. A lot of high banking here in the corners with a lot of room to run. Look for these cars to get up side by side as they venture up the racetrack to find more grip, especially with that newer patch of asphalt there in the second groove. Another thing that's going to be important in these SK Modifieds is going to be brakes after these long straightaways and tight corners. Down low in these corners, you do not have a lot of banking to hold your car into the track, so it is very easy to get the car upset coming off the corners. But if you are able to keep your momentum up, you have plenty of opportunity to duck down low and make a pass going into these hard braking zones that we have here at the racetrack. Look for a lot of opportunity to go side by side here in these SK Modifieds, especially as the tires start to wear out later on in the run. Get your car working through the corners and a good drive off, the hard braking in, and you will have a successful race here at the Thompson Speedway.
And that was a trip around with James Krahula in the GSRC SK Modified. Welcome again, everyone, here Global Sim Racing channel tonight on iRacing Live. Thompson Motor Speedway and the Outlaw SK Modified Series getting ready to kick things off here. We've caught up with Ralph Connor Jr. He's taking a second to come on in with us and tell us what it's like out on the track. I know it's we've got some pretty cool conditions out there. Ralph, how you doing this evening? How's the track feel so far?
Thank you, Sean. Not too bad for me. A little rough and bumpy.
Well, I talked about those cool temperatures where it means we're going to definitely have a lot of horsepower. Is the car pretty fast?
Oh, yeah, the cars are very fast. I just can't seem to get the power down, though, unfortunately.
Well, we're getting here down towards the end of the season. I know everyone would like to go out for a win. Do you think you have a shot tonight?
I hope so. It'd be nice.
Well, we appreciate you taking a second to get out of the car and chat with us, and we'll let you get back in the car for just a few minutes before warm-up is over, and you guys get ready to tick off 75 laps for us here on a Saturday night. Thanks, Ralph.
Thank you, and I think you're going to see a good race tonight, so enjoy.
I sure hope we get a chance to talk to you again. That was Ralph Connor Jr., driver of the number 58. James, again, pretty low temperature tonight, only about 65 degrees. That means very, very fast SK Modifieds. Tell us a little bit about what we're looking at this evening.
Yeah, under the lights here at Thompson Speedway, again, very cool temperatures too. We have a 66 degree track temperature out here, partly cloudy at 65 degrees, meaning these guys are going to be out there blistering lap times around here at Thompson. But some things that we do differently here in the Bootleg Racing League and the Outlaw Modified Series. The grid will be inversion from the top 10 from the previous race. The remaining drivers will be set up by previous week's finish, and then if you did not race the previous week, you'll be set up by iRating after that. Fixed setups out here tonight, 16 gallons of fuel out here tonight, Sean, so it's all on the driver to come out here. You don't have the better setup to get you through there. It's all about how you can drive this car around here. We moved to single file restarts here in the last few weeks, so the lap cars will be at the back of the field. Way by roll is in effect. That's something that the admin will take care of as well. We won't go by iRacing Lucky Dog rules. And here is the fun one. No tire changes allowed. If your car goes up on the jack and you continue to race, well, you're not racing next week. So definitely do not want to take tires out here. It is definitely not worth it. One fast repair is available here tonight, and we'll be having a very low starting track state out here. So not a lot of rubber here on the track, Sean.
Yes, sir. Not a lot of rubber. Cool temperatures means watch out. But I'll tell you what, we've got a championship to talk about. This is round 8 of 11. Things are really tightening up behind Matt Hoos, but Matt really in control right now with 82 points. Donnie Moore behind him in second, tied with Brian Neff. Now, Neff not going to be back for the rest of the season, but Donnie in control of second. But there's Lowell Jewell, really one of the hot shoes right now. Lowell in this hunt now, and looking at a third place with just 5 points behind Moore. Really good chance for Lowell to finish strong and at least get himself on the podium this season. Now, Ryan Nuss, that's the wild card. Nuss, certainly fast in the pass, and he's starting to come on here this season. He finds himself down there in 5th. Ryan Edwards-Kiss sitting in 6th in the points, 9 points back of Ryan Nuss. So the championship picture, really the top, is really starting to kind of look locked in. Like I said, Matt Hoos kind of running away with it right now. But, man, if Donnie Moore, Lowell Jewell, they could pick up a couple more wins, maybe even Ryan Nuss, and, Hoos happens to have a little bit of bad luck. Something could happen. It's not over yet mathematically. But, James, the season been a good one. And I really think this battle for second, third, fourth, really the top 5, I think, is what we've got to watch right now, that battle from second back. But, again, a couple of drivers have really put them in good. Philip Temples is another guy we haven't talked about. Really, Philip been really, really hot here lately. Had a good run, top 5 run last week. He's sitting top of the board right now in practice. There's a guy sitting outside kind of looking in who could creep himself up into the top 5 in these points before the season's over. Ryan Nuss and Lowell Jewell, like I said, if either one of those guys could pick up another win or two before this is all over with, they could really find themselves maybe creeping in on old Don Moore there. But James, tonight is a big one. Like I said, this is round 8. Not much time left to get things done. Tonight really could, it could be the nail in the coffin this evening for Don Moore. It could be opportunity for the rest behind him.
No, absolutely. And one thing for sure is that Matt Hoos controls his own destiny from here on out. So Donnie Moore and Lowell Jewell, those guys, they're going to need a little bit of luck, or more so, let's say, some bad luck from that 21 of Matt Hoos if they want to have a chance at this championship out here. But Matt Hoos, he just needs to go out there and focus on what he needs to get done, get some good finishes out here. And at 21, I mean, he's sitting in a good spot. You definitely want to be in control of what you need to do towards the end of the season. And again, not many races to go after this one, so it's getting down to crunch time right here. But for sure, that battle for second place is definitely heating up. You know that these guys want to be on the podium for the end of the season.
Well, Joe Marks was another guy I didn't bring up. He's tied with Philip Temples in the points right now. They're both tied for 8th. Joe Marks, another tough customer guy. Has been really warm here lately. Had a second place finish last week. He gets a good run tonight, and maybe gets his first win. You never know. But they've had a lot of time on the track already this evening. Let's tell you a little bit about that. The Whiskey Run Truck Series ran earlier tonight. They ran 50 laps, and Lowell Jewell gets the big win. Try not to talk too much about Lowell right now. I want to take it easy on him. He needs focus tonight. He's got a chance to do something really special this season. I want to put any unnecessary heat on my friend Lowell, but he gets a big one in the trucks this evening. Donnie Moore came home second there. No big surprise. And Joe Marks, we just talked about him. He rounded out the podium in third. Then they ran the late models. Just after that, Donnie Moore, the big winner. And here's that name, Philip Temples. We talked about him. He finishes second, and Matt Hoos finishes third. So, guys we've been talking about already having great runs here tonight. Lots of seat time already under them. One big race left to go. The crown jewel of Saturday night, the Outlaw Modified Series here at Thompson Motor Speedway this evening, James.
Yeah, and we saw Joe Marks doing a little bit of landscaping there on screen. But as we go forward, definitely those cars that they ran earlier tonight, those Whiskey Run trucks and those Crooked Steel late models, they handle a lot differently than these modifieds out here. These modifieds got a lot of grip, especially with those big big right rear tire. These cars will rotate through here, so just because you get around the track well, which should be, you can say something about that too, but these cars are a whole different animal than what we've been running. This is why they're the big show. So we'll see who winds up going out there. Let's see if those guys can make that success lap here in the main event. And Sean, we're about the grid.
Yes, sir, we are. And hey, I want to remind our viewers this evening, Lowell Jewell and the guys here in the Bootleg Racing League are certainly looking for a sponsor, a title sponsor for the league. Hit them up at bootlegracingleague.com/sponsorship. Any information you need about that. Always looking to add a great name to a great league. And, man, they'll be running here next season. Every season. They'll get 3 seasons in this year alone. And great group of guys. But, yes, the grid has been set. It's time to let you know where they're all going to start this evening in the Outlaw 75. Matt Hoos on the pole, the number 21. Just sitting outside of him, that's going to be Lucas Denziano in the number 57. Lowell Jewell going to start third on the inside of the second row. Chris Wilson going to be in the outside there in the number 17. Philip Temples, number 19. He'll start the inside of the third row in fifth. Ralph Connor Jr., not a bad place to start there. The outside in sixth, James.
Tim Knott in the 41 will be starting in 7th position. Outside of him, Joe Marks in number 3. That Richard Petty throwback that he has there on that number 3 car. Donnie Moore, your championship leader, coming in here. Oh, I'm sorry. Donnie Moore is 2nd place in championship. My mistake. In 9th place, Matt Shinosky. Outside of him in 10th, Brad Speidel in 76th, and Jeff Sharp will be starting in 12th position.
Okay, let's take 13th. That's going to be the 20. Ryan Edwards-Kiss. In 14th, Mike Holloway. 15 modified strong tonight. Richard Blake, 15th place. We're going to take one more trip around. That Ford Mustang pace car going to head on in. We're going to get cranking here on a Saturday night. Man, I cannot wait to get started here, James. I can feel the thunder. 600 horsepower of SK Modified pounding around here, getting ready to just let rip.
Yeah, Sean, and I say this every week, but I really love this track, and I think that it'd just be easier to say that I love short track racing, especially these modifieds out here. It's always a great show, and just racing in its purest form out here as we're about to go green here. That Ford Mustang pace car is about to pull off with Matt Hoos leading the field down. He's off, Lucas Enciano behind, but Lil Jewel gets another good jump here going into turn one. Let's see who winds up leading that battle.
Matt Hoos with a great jump on the start. He takes him down the backstretch, your leader. Nice run into 3 and off of 4. Stenziano in tow. Getting a nice run off of 4. They head into 1. Everybody dropping in line. James, they're battling side by side just behind them, though.
You know, when we talk about, we hope for multiple group racing out here in a lot of these tracks. Well, we do have multiple group racing out here. These guys are definitely running really high in these corners out here. We're going to have plenty of room to race around this 26-degree bank racetrack here tonight at the Thompson International Speedway. We are in for a show.
Matt starting to kind of check out on the field just a bit. He is in control right now. The car hooked up. He is favoring that groove up towards the middle of the track. No time to burn those tires up. Still early days. Just over 70 laps left to go. Everybody kind of favoring that upper line. Nobody really torturing their machines yet. It does appear throughout the field that everybody is dropped in line, James.
Well, I do see one battle trying to develop here. Ryan Edwards-Kiss is trying to get below that number 3 of Joe Marks. Not able to do anything with him now as they stay in line, but everyone kind of minding their P's and Q's, running that third lane up there right now. We'll see exactly how this kind of develops out through the night, but still running very, very high for the start of this race. I guess that's where all the grip is.
Lucas Stenziano under attack. Philip Temples is, Stenziano up in the wall, into the concrete. He hangs on. Temples able to get by. Lowell Jewell able to get by. Everybody gets by Stenziano, but man, that was a little bit of a bobble, and it cost him. Beat that
and
car up just a bit.
Yeah, as he gets in the wall again, going to turn 1, he definitely hurt that car there in 3 and 4 that last lap, and we're seeing more damage to him now, as now he's currently running 15th. He's definitely going to be hoping for a yellow here to try and get that one faster pair that they have to try and work his way back up through the field.
Tough break for Lucas Stenziano.
Donnie Moore's off the pace. Joe Marks is going to go below him, going into 3. I think Donnie Moore's going to have the power on the outside, though, but Joe Marks stays low. A great battle here going on for the 7th position. Donnie Moore's going to make that outside happen, and he's going to maintain that spot there on the number 3.
Yeah, and now he's got to watch out. Joe's got to watch out for Ryan Edwards-Kiss is now trying to set him up. Donnie Moore moves on ahead, and he picks up that position there up front. Man, Philip Temples starting to move. He has found his way to Matt Hoos. Caught him already. Phil is on it, baby. That number 19 machine at Ford Power, he is really hooked up this evening. Was really good in practice and really seems to have the line right now. Matt, you know, if you're chasing this championship, you can't enjoy seeing him up front. Matt's right where he wants to be, but now he's got to fight because Philip Temple's giving him all he's got. We're on board right off the chrome horn there. He's
Sorry,
right
Ralph
up on
Connor
him.
Jr. Sir Ralph Connor Jr. got in the wall. Donnie Moore's going to sneak below him there, going into 1 and 2 that time. Joe Mark's going to try and follow Sean.
Yeah, Joe Marks looking to the inside there. Ryan Edwards-Kiss backed up. He drops down to the inside and behind Joe Marks. Oh, Kiss has to hang on to it coming off the turn. Really loose there. But he does. Keeps it inside. Ralph's still stuck up top. That's Shinosky down low. Yeah, Ralph's got nowhere to go right now. Kiss sliding up in front of him. Gets a little bit of a run. But here comes Shinosky to the inside. Matt Shinosky with the power down low, baby.
Again, a fantastic battle going on right here for 9th position. Ralph Connor Jr. is just trying to get down low. And I think that he's going to finally get back in line here in front of the number 4, Mike Holloway, and try and regain and compose himself and try and start working his way back up there. But Ralph Connor Jr., well, no, Mike Holloway's looking low already. Matt Shinosky's not had Ralph Connor Jr.'s not had a good race so far, starting in 6th position out there.
I think we got a battle for the lead brewing here. Phil Temples is really working on Matt Hoos, and he's right now I think he's just setting him up. Either that or he's just playing extremely nice, one or the other. But I think Philip is getting a little tired of sitting back there. He's a little bit, seems like he's got a faster run into the turn, but doesn't seem to be able to have enough to get him coming off, and that's the problem right now. So not a case of holding him up, just a case of not having enough to get around the top side, and now he's just looking for Matt to make a mistake. I got to be honest, that was a really nice runoff. You saw what I was talking about there, just a little bit quicker through the turn, but he keeps having to back off there to not turn Matt around.
Yeah, as this lead is developing back here, really no big battle until we get back to 11th position right now, with Jeff Sharp and Ralph Connor Jr. again battling hard for that 11th position out here. But again, Ralph Connor Jr., I think he's going to wind up getting out there. But Philip Temples is still stalking that lead as well. Let's see if he's going to be... yeah, it's getting real close. Let's see if that 19 is going to be able to do anything. You have all that room low, but the fast line is definitely up high, so you can maybe sneak in below and try and make that run, but it's going to be very hard because all your momentum is there up on the outside.
He's trying to drag race, and they're just not working out right now. They're just too evenly matched. It is a fixed setup, so it's all driver, and right now both of those drivers battling wit and skill. And Temple's looking to the inside. Can he get a wheel in? He's got a wheel inside, but he gets loose off. Yep.
Oh, this is such a great battle for the lead.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes. He's dropping in. Phil Temple's to the inside.
Oh, he's even with him. It's a drag race down the back stretch. Who's going to wind up victorious? Oh, that run there on the outside of the 21. Wow.
Oh, Matt just keeping it really nice and straight there. Powers down the front stretch into 1 on the outside. Makes the move, hangs on. Philip Temples going to ride him again into 3. Can't get to him. He's going to look to the inside. Can he power off? No, not this time. Man, what a battle we got going on for the lead.
Yeah, fantastic battle going on for the lead. Matt Hoos was not going to let that 19 by as he powers through on the outside. Matt Hoos is so far holding real strong, and Sean, maybe that's why he's leading the championship at this point in the season.
Yeah, that could be a clue. Could be a clue. Definitely, but I'll tell you what, Philip Temples, I talked about it in the pre-race. He has been consistent here lately, and he's showing off a little bit again tonight in this battle until the checkered flies. 25 laps down. You know what? We've knocked out a third of this race, and it just started. Man, I don't think this battle has been going on since the green dropped. Philip had to do a little bit of work to get there. Stinziano started off strong, but Phil just drops in, and he keeps ducking to the bottom, trying to win that drag race down the front stretch. They head into 1, and man, Hoos just dives in a little bit deeper, able to hang on. And you see Phil, he's digging, man, just digging, but not winning these little bitty drag races yet. He's really hoping Matt's going to make a mistake here at some point, maybe open the door for him just a little bit. It's the only chance he's got right now.
That, or he could use that real shiny round object, his SK modified there, but I think there you go.
And there was that mistake. Matt Hoos a little bit wide off the turn. They're side by side heading into it. Phil Temples, there he is, down the Hoos, a little bit of the concrete, and he goes across in the lead and hangs on, James. Good. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, this, man, these two, Phil Temples, he wants to pass him, but he wants to do it clean. But I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. That outside is rocking right now, and and Matt Hoos is making it happen in that 21 SK modified Jegs machine. So Phil Temples has got his work cut out for him, but still 46 laps to go in this event. That 19 is not going to give up a Phil Temples. Man, it's such a great battle going on, but the 21 has not faltered yet. He's holding that Phil Temples driver at bay.
Good gravy, man. This is about as good about as spirited battle we've seen all season here in the Outlaw SK Modified Series. Man, oh, Phil getting the chrome horn to him there. Matt has to check up a little bit. He goes in a little bit too deep. And
That's
Phil
how he's
gets
going
a
to
little
have
bit
to
of the
get
horn on
by.
him.
That's how he's going to have to get by, Sean. He's tried multiple times to go down low unless he's somehow able to sneak up high, which, Matt Hoos has been making sure he can't get up there. He's going to have to use that chrome horn if he wants to get by. I don't think there's any way that he can do it without ruffling his feathers a little bit here.
I feel horrible. We have just totally checked out on the rest of the field here over the last half a dozen laps, but this battle that just rages on, and Phil just really tenacious right now. Matt driving out of his mirror. He has no choice. Phil just won't go away. But Lowell Jewell having another great drive tonight, sitting there in third all alone, actually making up a little bit of ground. Chris Wolfson hanging on to fourth, Tim Knott in fifth, but he's in a battle right now with Donnie Moore. Donnie Moore, another one of those guys that's really hooked up here at Thompson, loves this track. He does pull it off, gets by Tim Knott, makes it look pretty easy actually, and now Donnie, he has got Chris Wolfson in his sight, and then maybe looking at a podium here if he could find his way to Lowell Jewell, but he's got a long way to go, a lot of time to make up. Lowell is really solid right now, and he's not battling with anybody. He's out there just able to focus on his line right now.
Absolutely, and Sean, oh, Philip Temples, what happened? I'm not showing him on our screen right now. He's back. I think that he's dropped back to third position. Let's see what happened there. We had the replay coming up here
I'm
on
not
screen.
sure. Yeah, but the replay is coming up. There's Philip. How dare I got off that battle for just a second, and we lost pace of what happened, but we'll try and catch it on the replay here. Oh, and he gets the wall. He goes a little too high. That Ford EcoBoost machine down into the grass. He does a great job of keeping it down low out in front of Wolfson. Back up to speed. But that cost him. Advantage Lowell Jewell.
And big advantage Lowell Jewell, because he's been gaining on the 21 here these last few laps. Matt Hoos had to work hard to keep that 19 behind him, and we see the 55 starting to really gain on him now. A couple tenths there that last lap.
Yeah, Phil, he wrapped the wall pretty good, but I got to tell you, the machine still looks pretty hooked up. He's back up to speed, and, it doesn't look too worse. Lowell Jewell there gets a piece of the wall. Now Lowell is the one having to give up spot there. Philip Temples gets his way around up top. He's able to pull it off. Lowell Jewell hangs on to the number 55, and he's, now fighting the same condition as Philip Temples. But Philip Temple's able to get second place back from Lowell. And now he's going to try and get back to Matt Hoos. But, man, all this trouble these guys are having, Matt just out for that proverbial Saturday night drive right now. And, Matt making it look maybe just a little bit too easy. The number 21 Jags machine, your leader, 42 laps into the race. Philip Temples finds himself second. Lowell Jewell in third. Chris Wolfson fourth. And Donnie Moore in fifth, James.
I'll tell you what, Sean, we're finally seeing how much faster that 19 car is of that 21 as we're going on late in this event, gaining more times, half a second there that last time. Man, we could really see now how hard it is to pass around this speedway as the 19 of Philip Temples is really starting to gain. But it's so hard to pass. He was this fast earlier. He just could not get around him.
Okay, so here we go. This race has gotten to the point of excitement that it's just James is all just flustered now. Poor guy's got the hiccups. He's grasping for air. It sucked the life out of both of us, this battle up front. And here we go. The battle is back. Philip Temples has found his way.
The battle is back, man.
It is. He's found his way back to him. And he's looking to the inside once again. And he drops back in the line. But here we go. Round round 2, 3, 4, I don't know, man, but these two are getting ready to go at it again. Really, Philip Temples, that machine is just possessed this evening.
I tell you what, Sean, you might not be far off because these hiccups are gone and they come back. Watching this battle here, I'm with you. I'm getting really excited. We'll blame the hiccups on there, but man, the Philip Temples, this is an incredible drive. We see him coming back up here, putting the pressure on Matt Hoos right now. Oh, he's gonna sneak low, get loose again. He's not gonna be able to make it that lap. We'll see what he's able to do here in 3 and 4. Man, Philip Temples is making this exciting.
He's making it exciting, but I'll tell you what, Matt Hoos doing everything he has to right now. He seems just as cool as the other side of the pillow right now, man. Not making any mistakes. He's running the same line every trip around, taking care of the car, not overdriving it. By doing that, he's able to fight off these advances just about every time. Philip Temple's going to have to do something really special to take this away from Matt Hoos. It could happen here. It could happen on any lap. Phil, as you can see right there on screen, just making it look really close every lap around. There he goes to the inside. He's got a wheel in almost. He's going to try down there below. Can he hang on to it? Car gets tight on him and he has to relent. There you go. Man, 25 more of these to go, James.
Sean, we don't need no stinking caution clock to make our races exciting. Man, Philip Temples and Matt Hoos are putting on a show right now. Right now, nothing really going on in the rest of the field right now. We're single file, so we're going to keep you on board with these top two because this is where the battle is. This is where the race is, and man, are they putting on a good one. This is for your win right here as we're coming around the 24 to go this time by.
Ooh, I'll tell you what, the right rear of Matt Hoos got out just a little bit as it came out of the turn, but again, just the master of that line tonight. He's able to hang on and keep her going in the right direction. Here comes Phil Temples, though, again. Looking to the inside, can't do it. Still plenty of time left. He's just going to keep working on him, setting him up. Here comes Lowell Jewell, not giving up. He's closing in a little bit every lap. There goes Phil to the inside up front. He's going to try and make a move here, James, on the inside, out of 4. They come up the straightaway, and Matt Hoos just
got the
takes
wall a
on.
little bit. He got the wall a little bit. That's going to allow Phil Temples to stay right there. He's sideways in turn 1. They make contact. No! Oh, Matt Hoos on the wall, but here comes Lowell Jewell in second. He's been gaining on this lead group. Let's see if he has anything for that 19.
Matt Hoos suffered some pretty good right front damage there. Can't steer the car. He's off pace. We're looking at the replay. The Ford EcoBoost number 19 down below. There's Hoos off the wall. He slaps it. Scuffs off some speed and momentum. Phil Temple's able to get down inside, and they touch right there. Just nerf bar to nerf bar. And Hoos into the wall, damages that right front. Like I said, he's trying to get around the track, but he's really having trouble steering the car right now. The right front beat up. Handful of wheel. Just fighting a bear right now. Having a revenant moment.
Jewell got the wall there. He's loose in the grass. Oh, he was gaining on there, but here comes Donnie Moore, Chris Wolfson, and that 17. Man, Noah can hold on to the lead group here as of late, and we go here on replay. We see him coming through here in coming off of turn 2. Happens here coming off of turn 4 as we come around here. We'll see him just push up a little bit right here, get that wall, and then we're going to do a little bit of surfing there through the grass. But Lowell Jewell's going to rejoin the field there in 4th position.
Man, Lowell did a great job of hanging onto the car. Listen, I'm not going to profess to have known anything or gotten any inside information, but a little birdie told me to keep an eye on Don Moore this evening. Tell you what, man, he finds himself in 2nd place. He's tracking Philip Temples right now. He's been riding around here for 55 laps, just taking it easy, taking care of the car, and now he's got the speed. We know Philip Temples has been driving the wheels off of that thing. Watch out for Donnie Moore in 2nd place, closing on Philip Temples. We might have another battle coming up here real quick, James.
And he's gaining, again, little by little.
Donnie Moore up into the wall. He took her a little wide. He was on 2 wheels off the concrete.
Oh, and there we go. The curse of second place continues here, Sean. And Philip Temples, he got loose going into turn 3 up the track. He's going to regain, but here comes Donnie Moore. He's going to gain all that time back that he just lost. 0.8 of a second now. That was 0.8 of a second he gained that last lap. Donnie Moore gained it all back right then and then some. This battle's not over here, as we're going to see as they come across the line this time. I think Donnie Moore gained a little bit more. It was 0.8 that last lap going across the line. As soon as another 0.2 that last lap, well, Donnie Moore in that SBCA modified, he's gonna try and make a show of it. Philip Temples isn't gonna run away from this one quite yet.
We got some beat up modifieds back here, or up here at the front of the race, and still putting on one heck of a show. Donnie Moore, I said, I was told that we should maybe just keep an eye on him this evening, having a great run night now. Phil Temples with a little bad luck right there, but he is still the leader. He's still fighting, and he's got a little bit of lap traffic to deal with coming up on Ralph Connor Jr. What's Ralph going to do? A decision to be made here. Hopefully they're communicating. Here comes your leader, Philip Temples, on the outside. Looks like he's going to make the trip around okay. So far, so good. Donnie Moore on the pursuit just behind. Wolfson up to third. Can't forget about him. Great drive for Chris Wolfson tonight. No, he's been looking for a great finish. I'm sure he would love a podium finish this evening.
Oh, absolutely. Chris Wolfson has just had a real quiet night here. Starting 4th, is currently up to 3rd position. Just kind of hanging out, just enjoying the view. He's had a lot of great racing that he's been able to enjoy so far, but yeah, a great run here by Chris. 13th in practice. We weren't expecting him to be up here running as well as he has, but he's held on and has put together a great run here. As right now that lead between that 19 and that 26 has kind of stabilized here with about half a second. So as we're coming around to 7 to go this time by, we'll see what's going on. Currently on screen, we're seeing Ryan Edwards Kiss and Mike Holloway battling for 6th position out there. Ryan Edwards Kiss right now is again kind of a quiet night for him, but up there running really good right now, but having to battle that number 4, Mike Holloway.
Yeah, it seems like Ryan Edwards Kiss had a little bit of trouble with these longer tracks. Been a real beast on the bull rings, but we spread him out a little bit, and just hasn't been quite his style. But yeah, again, having a quiet night. It's not going to be a bad night, but certainly not the night he was probably hoping for. But
especially not with this battle going on, as Mike Holloway, I think, is going to make that pass there on the 20, and he's going to go down low and block. Who's that? The 41 of Tim Knott below him. Yeah, but go ahead, move Mike Holloway up to 6th position.
Well, here we go. We have now come in just
go to the lead.
We're going to it now. And Donnie Moore really getting a nice run there. He's trying to set this thing up. We've just got 3 laps to go. Philip Temples is doing his best. He's trying to hold off the advance of Don Moore. The 26 is hooked up right now. Is he hooked up enough? Can Philip Temples do what he's been trying to do all night and win this race? The Outlaw 75 is on the line. They worked lap 73. Philip Temples still your leader. Don Moore, did he just do a little bit too much damage to the right side of that car to have enough speed to get around, to get the run he needs? He's going to have to do it here this next lap. That's all he's got left, James.
Yeah, and a quick update on your championship. Matt Hoos has left the server. He will finish in 15th position tonight. And again, Donnie Moore slipping up a little bit more that time. Philip Temples is starting to gain that lead back out there, but Donnie Moore is definitely trying everything he can to try and get to that 19, but might be a little too late to do the right thing now. But as we do get the white flag this time by.
Yes, sir. Last lap, the white flag is out down the backstretch. Philip Temples, your leader, one last time. Donnie Moore trying to get there. Just doesn't have enough, doesn't have the run. Yes, sir-ree. Philip Temples, the winner of the Outlaw 75 tonight. Here on the Global Sim Racing Channel on iRacing Live, Donnie Moore puts on one heck of a show. Gets himself to second. And what a run. Chris Wolfson, great run. I think that's his best one of the season. Puts him on the podium in third place finish tonight. Philip Temples, what a ride in the Ford EcoBoost number 19 tonight.
And Sean, we went caution free less than 27 minutes. I believe it's 26:30 when we went around, and that's including 2 pace laps out here. So around 25 minutes here to do these 75 laps out here tonight. Fantastic race, caution free, and we had. I'm going to go ahead and say that was the best race of the season so far, Sean. That was so much fun to watch. We had a battle for the lead almost the entire night out there. A fantastic race put on here by the Bootleg Racing League and the Outlaw Modified Series. Thompson, it delivered tonight. That was real fun.
Well, I said it was going to be fast. I didn't know it was going to be that fast, but I'll tell you what, we're going to take a fast break. We're going to come back and we're going to line it down for you. We're going to talk to these guys all about it. We'll see you in just a few. Well, welcome back here on iRacing Live and the Global Sim Racing Channel. Short track racing in America on a Saturday night. We did it again here under the lights. Broke into the facility for this evening, and these Outlaws went wire to wire, baby. No yellow in this race. Philip Temple's your big winner tonight. The number 19 Ford EcoBoost machine comes home in first. Started fifth. Great run for him. Donnie Moore in second. The number 26 has a great run. Chris Wolfson in the number 17. He finishes third. Lowell Jewell with another solid run. Fourth place tonight, the number 55. In fifth, Joe Marks in the number 3. Mike Holloway in the number 4. He finishes sixth. Matt Shinowski with a pretty decent run, the number 35 in seventh. Brad Speidel, the number 76. Had kind of a quiet night. We didn't talk about it much. And he comes home 8th. Tim Knott, he was mixing it up all night. He'll take that 9th place finish. Ryan Edwards-Kiss in the number 20. Finishes 10th. Richard Blake in 11th. The number 62. The number 49 of Jeff Sharp comes home 12th. Ralph Connor Jr., 58th. He had a little bit of hard luck, but he'll take that 13th place finish. Lucas Stinziano in 14th. And Matt Hoos. Man, that was a tough break for Matt tonight. He's going to finish dead last, 15th, 13 laps down.
Absolutely, Sean. And I have an update on your point standings after tonight. Again, these are unofficial, but Matt Hoos is at 85 points, only getting 3 points tonight. Donnie Moore, after that big deficit coming in, only 5 points back. As we sit, 80 points for Donnie Moore. And Lowell Jewell, he's not out of this either. Only 12 points back now coming into tonight. 20 points down. So big points implication tonight with that 21. Again, leading a lot of the laps tonight, but comes home in 15th. So this, Sean, we were talking about that Matt Hoos, he kind of held it in, he kind of had control of this championship. It was in his own hands. Well, that kind of has kind of dropped it there when he made contact there with that outside wall battling with the lead. So real tough night for the 21. But Sean, I believe that you have caught down with our third place finisher of Chris Wolfson.
Man, I have. Chris Wolfson. The team is celebrating. I know you guys are going to be just totally jazzed up tonight to get on the podium. Third place. Congratulations, my friend.
Thanks, Sean. It was a good run tonight.
Yeah, it certainly was. A lot of power out there, man. Lots of hard racing for 75 laps. What was the secret to this race for you tonight?
You know, it seems like in this league, it's all about the starting position. If you get the luck of the draw with a good invert from the week before, and if you can get a good starting position and get out there, then things tend to work out for you. And I kind of got a nice start and kind of driving along, and thought to myself, this isn't going too bad. And I kind of got more confident as the run went on.
Well, confident, certainly you were that. And again, to take the podium this evening, a good way to, start wrapping up this season. Not much time left to go, but you're certainly pointing in the right, or as they say, trending in the right direction right now as we head into these last 3 races. What do you think about your chances to maybe pick up a win before this thing is over?
Yeah, that would be nice. I don't know if that's possible, but we've definitely been doing better. We had a good run last week, an even better run this week. So it's kind of motivational. Makes you want to practice a little more and go at it. So I'm just, looking forward to getting through this season and maybe actually being in contention for the points next season.
Yes, sir. And next season is just around the corner, but we got to head to Sobo, heading on down to South Boston next week. What do you think?
I love that track. That's one of my favorite tracks. When I first got onto iRacing, that was one of the good tracks in the Legends car. Had a great time there, so always like Sobo.
Well, we look forward to seeing you there, Chris, and have a safe trip down to South Boston. We'll load it up with you and head on down. We'll see you next Saturday night, buddy.
Thanks, Sean.
That was Chris Wolfson, driver of the number 17 SK Modified. He comes home third place tonight, but I'll tell you what, James, you have caught up with the great Don Moore, the driver of the number 26.
I have. He was hoping for his third win of the season tonight, but comes up a little bit short there. But Bigger prize here, Donnie Moore. You're now only 5 points back of Matt Hoos in the championship after tonight with the second place finish. Tell us, I mean, you started in 9th position. You had a long way to get up there to the front and to battle for that lead. Please tell us about your night.
That was fun, wasn't it? Yeah, geez, Matt was fast there, fast. It's too bad he had some misfortune there. But geez, I had a good battle with Tim Knott there early, and he let me by after a while there. And then, geez, a good battle with Chris Wolferson, lap after lap. That was fun. And finally, I was able to get by him. But boy, this week, unlike last week, this week the car really went away, and it was really loose at the end there. Boy, I've been battling Phil all night, and it was another battle. Good win for him.
Indeed, and yeah, we definitely saw a lot of difference on that speed out there, and man, there's multiple times like, okay, well, we got plenty of time on that leader now, and then second place would just close in on it real quickly out there. So it definitely, even though that we only ran 75 laps here, with it being a little bit longer, tires definitely played a big role, probably the biggest that they played all season long. We had a lot of drop off here tonight, and again, a lot of cars getting loose. So I mean, how did it feel, from the beginning towards the end of that race? And then, how difficult was it to pass, too? Apparently, you found it out there, able to go from 9th all the way up to 2nd. But I saw a lot of people here. I know you had a lot of places to run. It was really hard to make a pass.
Well, definitely always hard to pass on the inside here at this track. So with Chris, anyway, I was able. He just wiggled a little bit, and then I got the nose on the outside. Unlike most tracks, the outside works here, and so yeah, if you're lucky enough to have that outside nose in there, then you can usually make the pass. Tough to pass here, though.
Yeah, but fantastic racing. This is probably the most entertaining that we've had all year. But again, we head into South Boston here next week. It's a good old Sobo. How do you feel about that? And as we head in, as we're closing in on this championship now.
Oh, it's going to be fun. I hope Matt comes back strong here, and we have a good battle to the end. I love Sobo, I love Lanier, and what's the other one? Oh yeah, geez, whatever it is, I love it.
Here, we'll find out here in just a second. But again, before we head off here to Sobo next week, which we do for sure have that all figured out, and then let's see, South Boston, Lanier, and then New Smyrna is where we'll be having the season finale. So 3 races left to go, and only 5 points in that championship. So, Donnie Moore, we wish you the best of luck as you head off to Virginia next week, and we'll see you there.
Hey, thanks a lot. Good racing to everybody, and congrats to Chris and Phil. Good win.
Well, that was number 26 of Donnie Moore, but Sean has caught up with the big man on campus tonight. Philip Temple's in that 19. Sean, take it away.
Man, Philip Temple's driver, the number 19 Ford EcoBoost machine. The celebrating is hard and heavy. I can hear the glass rattling, the aluminum crackling. Baby, tell us all about it. How'd it go tonight, Philip?
Well, the car was good. I hate that Matt and I got together. That was quite disappointing.
Man, you guys were putting on one whale of a show for us, man. I mean, poor James ran out of breath and started just gagging for air and hiccups and everything, and just all falling all over himself. And I was running out of breath. Man, you guys had us on the edge of our seats.
The car was hooked up. It would go anywhere I put it. It was just kind of hard to get a run off that lower side when you're getting held down just a little bit. You just can't quite get the grip down there to get exactly what you need to get by somebody. But it was fun, I'll tell you that. We had a ball.
Yeah, well, we had a ball up here watching it, and man, that was quite a show. Listen, man, before the race, I talked about you. You've been pretty hot here lately. I gotta admit, your shoe is warm, baby, and you already had some action this evening, and you've been on the podium in the late model, and you just missed the podium in the truck, and you won in the legend earlier this week. Man, you've been a busy guy here lately. Last week you had a great run, so top 5 finish there, and things looking up for you here at this point of the season as we get here close to the end.
Well, we're this season was kind of a throw out for me for some prior obligations. I wasn't going to be able to race 3 races, so there's no sense in pushing the issue with anything. So next year, next season will be a different story, I hope.
Well, we look to South Boston next week as we head into the final few races of the season. Yeah, it's a favorite of a lot of guys here in iRacing. What about you, Phil?
Oh, I love it. It's a great place to race. You can go low or high, or it'll stick anywhere. Should be a lot of side by side. Should be a lot of fun.
Hey, I don't think we asked anybody. Were you surprised that we went green to checker this evening?
Yeah, considering the last couple of races that we've had at Thompson, was kind of caution marred. So, yeah, it was quite surprising.
Well, tonight you were the man, buddy, and like I said, things have been pretty good for you here lately. I look for you to keep maybe visiting with us here until the season's over. So we wish you the best and look forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah, sir. You guys have a good evening, and like I said, just apologize to Matt.
Well, I think Matt will get over it. He's still going to walk out of here your points later this evening, and man, it's racing, and you guys do it harder than anybody else, and tonight was a perfect example of what kind of great show you guys can put on when everybody just gets after it, man. We let these boys race, and tonight you guys did. Again, congratulations. A great race tonight for you, Phil.
Thanks a lot, man.
All right, James, that was Philip Temples, and that battle he had with Hoos is, I'm going to be honest with you, that's going to be considered legendary at this point. That'll be one we look back at, and when we wrap this season up, I'm sure we'll talk about that one again. They really had us on edge. I don't know that I've had a moment like that during this series. They put on a great show. It's, like Phil said, it is kind of a shame that battle had to give, and Matt had that little bit of trouble. And I guess Phil can apologize if he wants, but again, they were both in that position. They were both racing hard, and it happens, man. And what a great race up front there this evening. And hats off to a lot of these guys this evening that kept it out there and were able to get some good points. I mean, Mike Holloway coming all the way from 14th to finish 6th. What a great run for him tonight. Nice shot in the arm as we head down the stretch here. Joe Marks with another good run. I talked about watching out for him. Just a good night all around. Lowell Jewell, again, steady this week. Had a little bit of trouble, makes one mistake. It cost him just a bit, but 4th place, going to love that. We're headed to Sobo next week. James, what are your thoughts about heading over there and knocking out these last 3 races of the season?
I'll tell you one thing, Sean. If South Boston's going to be anything like tonight, I'm going to have to definitely do some yoga before the race, get into my good Zen state to try and stay calm because this was a fantastic race here tonight. The races have been getting more and more exciting here as of late. These guys, they know how to run each other, and man, they did everything they could out here tonight, and a fantastic battle. Again, this is a track that they said that they've had trouble with here in the past, and we went caution-free, and it was side-by-side battles throughout the entire event. So I think that says a lot about this league that they run here and the people that are running in it. These guys, they're the real deal. These aren't just a bunch of guys out here throwing on the track and trying to play short track racer. These guys, they know how to get around, how to be aggressive, but also race clean. And again, solid racing here. I can't wait for South Boston next week.
Well, man, I'll tell you what. Thanks a lot to you this evening. What a great show. What a fun time I had. This ends another great week for the Bootleg Racing League. Let's say about what's coming up next week for these guys. Tuesday night, the Copper Legend Series. So the Copper Line Legend Series runs at 7:20 Eastern Standard Time. Those guys are on a wait list right now. If you want to get in the league, check out bootlegracingleague.com. Find your information there. They're going to run 220-lap races Tuesday night. The White Lightning Limited Late Model Series, they'll run Tuesday night as well, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. They'll be running at South Boston. Then next Saturday night, they get it all kicked off with the Whiskey Run Truck Series. at 7 o'clock. And then the Crooked Still Late models, 100 laps next week, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And then we end the night with the Outlaw Modified Series right here on the Global Sim Racing Channel. 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. We go live here. We'll hit the track and go green at 9:30. Before we get out of here tonight, we got lots of people to thank. We're going to start with iRacing.com and iRacing Live. And we're going to also thank XSplit, Audio Technica Corporation, Aver Media USA. Additional thanks go out again to Dougie Beard, the master, the Ansel Adams of camera angles. Our music brought to you by Eric Ekholm. You can find him at ericekholm.com. Stay up to date with the Global Sim Racing Channel online at globalsimracingchannel.com, on Twitter at GSR Channel, Facebook, find us at Global Sim Racing Channel there on Facebook. And you want more series about the Bootleg Racing League, you can get them at bootlegracingleague.com. Don't forget, they're still looking for a league sponsor. They would love to talk to you about it. bootlegracingleague.com/sponsorship. You can also find them on Facebook at Bootleg Racing League, or again at the website, bootlegracingleague.com. Chris Wolfson, didn't bring it up with him there on the podium, but he does write race recaps there on iRacing News every week. But until next week, when we head to South Boston Speedway, Old Sobo, 9:15 Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Global Sim Racing Channel and iRacing Live. Until next time, race clean, race hard, and I'll see you on the track.